Sight is the brand new film coming out of Angel Studios. You know them from Sound of Freedom to The Shift to Greenie and now Sight. Whenever I see a movie coming out of Angel Studios, you know I kind of have to jump on that because, they know how to make movies. Sight is a true story starring Terry Chen as Ming Wang, who is a brilliant eye surgeon that has an incredible ability to restore the sight of otherwise blind patients. Many look at him as if he is a miracle worker, but all bets are off when he's tasked on restoring the sight of an orphan who was actually blinded by her stepmother, and the damage done to her eyes looks impossible to fix. Angel Studios has done it again, as they usually do when it comes down to their true story films. This will be releasing for everybody next week on May 24th. So go ahead, get your ticket right now, because as usual with Angel Studios, they kind of get to be pretty popular. My small town has one theater, and at any given time, this theater only plays 3 movies. So typically what you find there is big blockbuster type films. Yet every single time, it has always found a way to fit in another Angel Studios film. I would say that this was kind of in the same ballpark of Cabrini in terms of how well it was shot, edited, acted, all that. But there's also kind of 2 storylines going on at the same time, as the film is intercut with a bunch of flashbacks, taking you back to this doctor's life, and ultimately how he grew up and why he has the drive in the first place to protect people and to restore their eyesight. You kind of get to see the trauma and the torment that he gained as a youth. And slowly but surely, that story gets a little bit more tense as it goes on, and it is absolutely vital for you to understand the character in modern day and why this is so important to him. But narratively and maybe editing-wise, I think that there was a little bit too much when it came down to those flashbacks, because sometimes I felt like the flashback was vital. Other times I felt like it dragged on. Now, this is a movie that's 100 minutes long. It's an hour and 40 minutes. So I would simply say an easy fix for that is to drop 10 minutes of the flashbacks. That's about it. That's all I probably would do to make the film a little bit better. Because look, overall the movie is fantastic, it's brilliant, it's beautiful. Even though Angel Studios is a Christian-backed, religious-based studio, they stay away from all the bad habits that other Christian films would have done. Like if Pureflix did this film, you know exactly how this film would operate. The doctor would wind up in church with some sappy music playing in the background while he's all tearful, and of course he's alone in this church because nobody's ever in the church in one of these types of scenes, and he prays, "God, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Will you help me restore the sight of this blind girl?" And through miraculous intervention, he either sees God, hears God, feels God, or something that changes everything, and from that point forward, he can fix the girl. This doesn't actually do that. What this does is a lot smarter. While you do feel faith in the film, it is a true story about a real doctor that began to lose a little bit of trust in himself that he can do this. And through friendship and guidance and a lot of science, you get to see how brilliant this doctor is. And one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes down to Christian movies, but really just Christian vantage points, is credit. Everybody always thanks God for the good things that happen in their lives, and they don't give themselves nearly enough credit for just putting in the hard work to get it done. Like a mom that has unruly kids, I always use this example. She finally gets her kids to behave one way or another, but then she starts thanking God for helping her with her kids, when in all actuality, she finally figured out how to deal with unruly kids and how to have them behave properly. I mean, that deserves credit. Own it, because that's awesome. I got a couple of rowdy kids that I can't control, so, off topic, I know. But this is why I like Angel Studios, is because, yes, you feel the faith-based part of the film, but it doesn't go overboard with it, because first and foremost, it wants to tell a story in a way that movie lovers in general can enjoy. The only other flaw that I would give this film is the fact that Greg Kinnear is kind of a top billed cast member, and he's not in the movie that much. I mean, he's in it from beginning to end, don't get me wrong, but he is not the main actor. He's not the main character. He's the main character's partner. He doesn't do a lot functionally other than to provide the main character some assistance, guidance, opinions, and just kind of a blank slate to bounce ideas off of. So in general, it was kind of a weird choice to see Greg Kinnear in this role. I didn't think it really fit him. It just seemed a little bit random, and unfortunately, I feel like a lot of people are going to watch this film because they hear Greg Kinnear's in this new Angel Studios film. He's in there, but it's not about him. Overall, if I had to compare and rank it to some of the other Angel Studios films, I would put it somewhere in between Sound of Freedom and Cabrini. I really enjoyed Cabrini, and Sound of Freedom was like a viral success. So I put it in between those just to give you kind of an idea, because it has some stuff going for it that's pretty good. It's got good performances, it's got a good message, it doesn't strive away from the science behind the story. The cinematography and editing all feels pretty good. I would have personally preferred them to have less flashbacks, more modern day sciencey doctor stuff, but I do realize why it was there, and yes, it is important. I'm going to give this a B- letter grade. I'm a fan of Angel Studios. I'm enjoying seeing what they come out with every single time, because while they're somewhat similar in certain regards, they're also different and unique in their own way. And that is all the insight that I have for you guys for this movie, Sight. Have you seen it? Are you planning to go see it? Let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think about Angel Studios as a whole and how you rank the films that we've gotten so far. As for YouTube, you guys know what to do. Hit the like, subscribe button, and the bell to be notified when I come out with my next review. And until then, peace out.
Sight, oh sight, where shadows fade, in the theater of life, a story played. Greg Kinnear and Terry Chan unite, their performances ignite the night. A blind orphan waits, eyes seeking light. Dr. Wayne steps forth, fueled by might. His scalpel dances precision and grace to give sight anew in the sacred space. The screen illuminates, hearts intertwine, as hope moves forth like a rare design. From darkness to sight, the journey